Alright, it is time to do CSS battle. Today we have the letter T. I've been trying to do this with kind of a straightforward approach to start with. I'm going to try to do the same today. Actually, I want to select my body, not star. I want to make the background this green color. And for the rest of this, I'm going to have, I think, 3 divs. Yeah, 3 divs, I think. I'm going to have one be this box. I need to figure out exactly what that box looks like. I'm going to have one be this box, and then one be this curve, I think. I think that's the plan. So I'm going to go ahead and select my div. I'm going to say background of the div is yellow. And then what do I want to do? Let's do this. Let's say height is 50. Let's put an outline so I can see them. 1Q solid red. There they are. Let's go ahead and say position fixed. Now width on the first one's going to be, I don't know, 40 pixels. Top is going to be 50 and left is going to be 150. None of that's right, but it's getting closer and closer to what we need. Okay, so top is going to be less, like 40, 32 probably. Nope, 38, 35 maybe? That's weird. Okay. On the left is 160, 170, 175, and the width is 50. Height we could leave like that, that's okay. We're going to now select our subsequent div with a plus div selector. We're going to move the outline down there. We're going to say top is 85 and width is, I don't know, 100. And I don't know why I turned on caps lock, but I evidently did. Let's put it back. And then we can say left is 125. Nope, more than that, 150. There we go, 150. And then we can select our subsequent div again. This will give us access to the third one. We can move our outline down there. Here we're going to say background is transparent. We're going to say border 50 pixels solid. We only need one of them, right? Oh, this is going to be rotated too, isn't it? No, it's not. It's going to be fine. It's going to be this yellow color. Let's say border left. Let's margin it. Let's put the top down top. It's going to be 135, I think. The left is going to be 175. Border radius is going to be 50%. Is that going to work? Probably not. Let's do 50%. Then height and width need to get fixed correctly. So height, let's make it 100. Width, let's make it 100 for now. Neither of those are right, but that's okay. And let's see kind of what we have. We have that shape. That is not the shape we exactly want. I think we're going to need to rotate this 45 degrees. But it's not going to work doing border the way I have border here because it's going to taper. What we're going to have to do is say border color is transparent and then that color. I think I need 2 transparents maybe. I mean, that'll get me what I want. I still have to do a rotate. Do I need another one? Yes, but this isn't going to work. Yeah, it is. I'm still going to need to rotate, though. Yeah. Uh, minus. That's kind of what I want. Okay, now top is going to go up a lot. So 105. Let's try like 55, 45, 35. Now you're getting the idea. Now things just need to be bigger. 150, 150. Actually, the first one looked pretty close. 15, 5. Needs to be more. 180, 180. And then this is going to be minus. 80's too much. Try 60, 70, 65. 70 looks better, doesn't it? Is it not a circle? That looks close, but wrong. 60. And then move it over. 170. No, that's wrong. Let's get rid of the outline. Maybe it'll help. Overall, the height looks correct, right? Okay, now the width doesn't look correct. It looks too little. So let's go back to 170, 160, and move it over. 180, 90. No, that's 80, 70. 175 looks right. That looks too tall. That looks too short. Why is that not matching? What have I done so that this hates me? All right, instead of height and width, let's try something else. Let's try something else. Padding, 100. 80. 7. Let's make the top minus 20. 5. Minus 30. Okay. Now we can see that we're too big. So let's try 65. Left is too much. Let's pull the left in. 165. 162.5. Okay. So having that padding means so it's almost the right height, but it's too wide. Does the padding vertical need to be 70 and this need to be 60? No, that doesn't work. because I'm doing it wrong. 70 and 60. And then we move this back 160. No, the other way. 165. 170. No, 165 was closer. 50, and then 170. Nope. Boy, I don't know why I'm struggling so much to get that shape. All right, let's try the shape another way. All right, so I'm going to say background. I'm going to say radial gradient. Excuse me. It's going to go from transparent to yellow to transparent. We're going to, for the aspect ratio, say 1Q. This is going to be, I don't know, 50 pixels. This is going to be 100 pixels. And this one, I've done something wrong already. Oh, this needs 2, 0, 100 pixels. And this one technically doesn't need any. But I've done something very wrong because this is not drawing. At least where I can see it. Let's outline. OQ solid red. There is the thing. Okay. Width 100. Let's make it 300. Okay, they're starting to draw a circle. Height 300. Okay, there we're starting to draw a circle. Let's make the top 0. Left, what is the left right now? 150. Let's make it 130. Okay, there we're starting to draw a circle. It's the wrong circle, but that's okay. We're going to use the at syntax in our radial gradient here to put it all the way up to the top and all the way over to the right. So we're going to say at top right. We're actually going to make this 0. We're going to make width 400, and then we're going to push it back down. Let's say minus 100 pixels and 150 pixels. Okay, that's getting us close. That'll be minus 120, that looks pretty close, 140, 135, and 125. That's the right starting place. Now it needs to be bigger. So this is 60, 70, 80. Okay, I'm going to start with 80 and 130. Now we need to move it again. That's the wrong one. Whoops. There is the right shape in the right place. Let's get rid of the outline because we can't see it anyway. All right, that should be a match. That took me long enough. That took 14 minutes. That's forever. Okay, there is the thing that we're trying to draw. I don't know why I struggled so much with the other one. I mean, it's a circle with a radius of 130 pixels. I may try to fix that just to see if I can. Okay. 294 characters minified. Let's go ahead and minify, submit, gridify. This is certainly a viable way to do this, but we can probably do it at least in less elements. I've proven that I can't draw the circular part without a gradient, so I don't know. But instead of doing it that way, I'm actually going to select my HTML here. I'm going to make, what am I going to do? I'm going to make the background Trying to decide, sorry. Green, I guess. I'm going to select my body. I'm going to make the background yellow. I'm going to margin my body in. I'm going to say on top it's 50. Nope, it's not. It's going to be 40. It's going to be 35. And on the sides, it's going to be 130, 140, 150, 150. And then on the bottom, it's going to be 200. Nope, it's going to be 180, 70, 65. And then I'm going to use corner shape. I think it's corner shape. I always forget. Corner shape notch, no TCH. And then I'm going to say border radius, 50 pixels. Made the whole thing go away with border radius. Why did that happen? Let's try 30. There we go. 30 pixels. 30 pixels. 0, 0. And 40 pixels. 40 pixels. 0, 0. 50. 50. Close. This is 35 maybe? Nope. 25. There is that shape. And then this is what, okay. Now I figured it out for myself. The background of the HTML is going to be a radial gradient. Again, 1Q. Transparent. Yellow. Is yellow still in the queue? Yes. It's not going to be transparent. It's going to be green. It's going to be this green color. Green, and get rid of that and green. And of course, I think it was 80 pixels and then 0, 130. And then it's at top right. And then pulled back down 125 pixels, 120 pixels, I don't know. Okay, there is something. That was minus, yeah. 05, 95. And then the circle is wrong somehow. Was it 90 and 140? I thought the other was right. Evidently not, though. Or maybe it's not down far enough. Maybe that's off. 130? Yeah, it's just not down far enough. 135. That is a match. We can unit replace, minify, submit, and have 204. I don't know how much I love the radial gradient. Also, we could have fewer characters if we just used better selectors. So we can use ampersand there and star there, and that'll get us down a few characters. I don't know if, yeah, my unit replace didn't work for these. Sometimes we can get away with 27 or 26Q for those. 27Q, let's see if that matches. And 53Q. It didn't like the 27Q. Let's see if 26 makes it happy. We still have an error, it's just the other way. And if not, we'll go back to 25 pixels. Oh yeah, was happy with 26. So let's undo. Okay, that's okay. 130 pixels. Let's see. That's something. 138Q might work, might not. Can be pretty persnickety. Nope. Let's try 7 just for grins. Looks worse. Come on. Nope, doesn't like either of those. Another thing we could do if we were really, if I thought this was a good solution, which I don't, if I thought this was a good solution, one of the things that we might be able to do is get rid of that background statement and basically force this one to cover us. So we'd copy the background down here. Oh, yeah. And we can see that it's doing some things, right? So what we would have to do is we would have to get 5PC to go to 0, and that would work for us. So we could do that. PC is what? I think PC is a font. Yeah, I think so. So we could just say font 0 there. We can erase this background statement completely. We can let this background statement cascade down. Evidently, PC is not a font based. 5PC. Let's try 5M. Yeah, then it works. And then we can move that to the bottom and save one more character. But again, this is not that great of a solution. I think I used way too many characters on this. But that's where we are today. 183. Meh. All right, that's going to be it for today. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.